coach, Tony Popovic.
I might go to the Aussies first. Two debutants today. Not a whole lot they could do in the first half, and Otto was out afterwards. Just your thoughts on them, what you've seen in training, what you see as we near the first game.
They're late arrivals, so they came very late to the group. We needed to get them some minutes. We knew today would test them, obviously the conditions as well. Probably wasn't ideal to start them today, but we wanted to expose them a bit as well, and you could see that they're new to the team and a little bit disjointed, but we got what we wanted out of the exercise. Tete got a goal in the second half, so we improved in the second half, and we got no injuries from the game, so we're ready for next week.
Tony, can you give us your thoughts on Socceroos' performance? Because from my view, he was very involved, dynamic, busy in defence as well. How did you see him do?
Yeah, I think he found the first half difficult. He was just trying to work out. At times he's too deep, then he's too high. He's just trying to understand it. But we had 3 new front players, so that was also didn't help him to understand clearly when to run forward, when to sit off, when to be in the pocket. But second half, like the team, he did better, and we know he's got those moments.
Tony, I think as it was the case last week, first drinks break we saw an improvement. Second half we saw an improvement. I guess first things first, does that please you that the boys are able to respond and bounce back? And then I guess how do we get those improvements straight on the opening whistle?
Yeah, I don't think it's a lack of intent to do better at the start, but I think it was 7 changes. It's a lot of changes to a starting 11 from last week. So we accept that there will be moments that it's difficult, trying to build the relationships with players that you haven't played with before, but the exercise was done for the next 3 games ahead to have them ready and available when required. So that was important. The start, we would love to have started better, and we had a couple of moments that we didn't make the most of, and we found the first part very difficult against a very good side. That's the reality of it. If you just go through their team sheet and see where all their players are playing, and just count how many games they've all played this year, I mean it's a large number compared to what we have and the experience they have. So if we don't play these games and we don't expose our players to this, we don't evolve, we don't improve. So that's why we did it. We're happy with the exercise for both games. We had conditions at 12 o'clock to play on a sticky pitch, so that's something we experienced today. And our young players will benefit from this game.
So Tony, just overall, looking ahead to the first match next year, as you said, you're playing 7 changes, experimental lineup against a Swiss side that's very close to full strength. So what's your overall assessment of the game and your preparedness for the match next year?
Good, I'm happy. I'm just happy. I mean, we've got no injuries. We've got through the game. We saw an improvement in the second half from players that don't have experience at this level. We saw more confidence in the second half from players that haven't played at this level. So everything we wanted from the game we got. We've got no injuries. We got a result that always helps. And we scored a very nice goal. So overall, we're happy. We need to start better, of course, next week. That will help us. But we've got to try and manage those moments well when things aren't going our way. So we've got to improve in that. And as I said earlier, unless the players are exposed to that, you can't just tell them about that. They need to go through it. And the pleasing part for us is that after the breaks and after half time, they can adjust, clear the minds, and understand what they can do better. And then you see a more cohesive unit in defence and attack, which is good.
Tony, did Harry Souzard show you exactly why the free camp and bringing back up to full speed was necessary? Because there was nothing that passed him.
Yeah, he was outstanding, and that's what the camp was designed for. Players that, unfortunately, we have a lot of players that lack minutes. You even see Christian Volpato today, well short of minutes, well short of conditioning. But unless, the easy part is throwing him on for 10 minutes at the end. But we needed to do that today, and he found it very difficult. Not that he doesn't have talent, he didn't show a few good moments, but physically he really struggled. But Harry has had that time with us, and he keeps getting stronger and stronger, which will certainly benefit us next week.
You talked about the players bouncing back from these drinks breaks from half-time, having the gutsier back half of the game. They're not doing that on their own. What are you actually saying to them to get that performance from them? Are you good cop? Are you bad cop at half-time?
No.
What are you saying to them?
No, it's not. I don't know. Good cop, bad cop. I think you can ask the players about that, but it's not. It's just information that if there is information between myself and the coaches, it's not what I'm doing. It's trying to make little adjustments that can help you at this level, because even for the goal we conceded, Kai Truan takes one step to the right and the ball goes in between him and Ali. That's the detail, that's the quality that you're up against, that if we can make those adjustments in the game, that will help us even more. And but we're very happy that the players could see where the space was in the second half. They could see the areas we spoke about, that if we improve those areas, that we can put on a much better showing with the ball against Switzerland, and overall we were very competitive in the match. So it's some good signs.
Tony, how happy were you with the impact of the substitutes at half time? You bring on Cam Burgess and find that calf there involved in the goal. Kai Truan goes into the middle of the park and looks a bit more assured there. I mean, Jason Derry, who replaced Chikati at right centre back. I'm not sure he missed a tackle all game.
That's what you want. You want your squad to be ready, and those players have shown with all the work that they've done in this pre-camp, and then they showed it on the park. We tried a few things. Again, you're experimenting with Kai in midfield, which he hasn't played for us in this period. Last week he did very well when he came on as a wing back and created some good opportunities. Today he was very solid when he went into midfield. So some more options for us, and the players that came on made an impact, which is what you asked for and hoped for, and they all did very well.
Just one player not mentioned so far, Tony, Patrick Beach, 2 big saves in the first half, and him playing today, does that mean he sort of moved up to the number 2 in the pecking order as well?
I don't know about what pecking order, the numbers, so to speak, but we trust all 3 keepers, and he did very well today. So he made some crucial saves in the first half where we were a little bit open and disjointed. Second half, anything they had was more contested. It was really under pressure, which showed that we were a lot more solid as a unit. And when we needed him, he made some crucial saves. But he looked calm on the ball, played out very well. So he should be very happy with his performance.
Tony, I would love to ask you, how's the balance in these 2 last games before the World Cup? And there is the possibility, I'm from Colombia, there's a possibility that you face Colombia next phase of the World Cup, like if you go through. How do you see Latin American football right now, and how do you see Colombia as a possible next rival in the next round?
It's a little bit too far for me to think that far ahead about the permutations. I'd love to have that problem after the 3rd game, wondering who we're going to play. Colombia's strong. We played them in a friendly game, and we saw how good they are. If we get that opportunity to play them, I'll be very happy, because we've gone through. And whoever you play in the knockout stages, I'm sure will be difficult. And they've shown in their qualifying how strong they are.
Yeah, Lucas Werther, Swiss newspaper Blick. I guess in preparation for this game, you watched the game from Switzerland against Jordan, because you scored quite a similar goal today. Switzerland is pressing very high, playing 1 against 1, and one of your midfielders makes a run, defender plays a long ball. Was that one of the weaknesses you spotted in this Switzerland team? No,
I wouldn't say weakness. No, I think it's just us trying to identify better. If there is a high line and an opponent is man on man and they are pressing high, that we identify where the space is, and if you got the space there, and if you make 3rd man runs and you come from deep, there is an opportunity. We had one in the first half, but unfortunately for Nesta, the ball got stuck in his feet in the box, but he made that run in behind. We didn't do that enough. They do it very well. You saw in the first half, they made a lot of forward runs, and it made it difficult for us, even with the goal that we conceded. And we had more movement second half. With the goal that we scored, we had a number 9, we had a midfielder, and we had a wing back making a forward run, because that moment was the time to do it. And at this level, you have to take the opportunity that you get. And so that was pleasing for us. But we've watched a lot of their games, and they are very strong. So very well coached team, fantastic players with experience. So I'm sure they'll have a good World Cup.
Hey, Tony. Now it's for real.
Yep.
What constitutes success in this World Cup? Do you have to get to the knockout phase? Do you have to go further? Is it something different?
For who? Success for who?
For Australia.
For Australia, we always, if you ask every Australian, they expect to be right at the end, because we always feel that we can punch above our weight. We've proven that time and time again in all sports, and we've done it in football. Look at the last World Cup, the group that we had, fantastic, took Argentina right to the end. So we've shown what we can do. Success can be measured in many parts. We want to go through, and that's the challenge that we have. We want to be in a knockout stage where we know anything is possible, but if we peel it back, there's a lot of work to do till then, and we've got a really tough group, but I'd like to think that our opponents will see us as a tough task as well.
Okay, thank you very much. There'll be a mixed